welcome back as we continue to learn about leadership with Debra Bates, who is entrepreneur and owner of Choice Business Centers and Mimi's Foundation Boutique. We're so glad that Debra is with us and can share a lot of her wisdom and insights. Uh, you were talking with us about the whole idea of who you are on the inside, and that really is what shapes how you lead and how you influence other people. It's not about position and title and some of those kinds of things. I'm curious, from your experience, how does that begin to impact the people that you hire? Are there things that you typically look for in those people that you would want on your team?
I used to hire people based on their skill level. That changed over the years because you can, if a person has ability and wants to learn and has the foundation, sometimes it's better that they aren't so overskilled. You know, because then you can train them on your activities. Yes. So for me, over the years, I've kind of fine-tuned it a little bit. It's more of how we can work together.
Yeah.
Because I always try to pick people that have some of the things that I don't have. And how they express themselves, how they handle themselves, means a lot, because we work with so many different people at different skill levels, all of that, that it helps to have a person that has a high personality aptitude.
Yes.
Because I can train them, show them the things that we need to do the job. But some things you can't train a person to do.
Yeah.
And when someone walks into our facility, when our doors, how you greet them starts the journey. Yes. And I've had a number of people that couldn't learn that. You couldn't teach them that. They just, and don't get me wrong, some people are have too much personality for the job. You know, they do. They'll talk you to death and nothing gets done. But it's that teeter-totter of knowing the person. And it over the years I find that I have really, really gotten good at it. And how they react to me, and my tones do change based on what I'm trying to convey, but I'm the leader, so I have to set the tone for the group, and it's worked for 30 years now. At first it didn't, but now I'm better at it.
Well, and congratulations on 30 years.
Yeah.
That is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, people don't believe that it's been that long, but I'm 71 years old. So
good for you. Good for you.
We started in 94, so the Choice Business. Now Mimi's is 2007.
Okay.
We started that, and but both of them were started from, both endeavors were started from scratch. There was no foundation for them. We had to just research a lot of stuff to get to where we are.
Yeah. What's kept you going for 30 years? You know, I know that leadership and being an entrepreneur it's a great privilege, but it's a lot of work. And you know, for most of us who have some of that longevity that you've experienced, you know, there's those hard times that you've talked about. There's some peaks and valleys, so to speak. What has kept you going?
A couple of things. It's never been a job to me. um, if you wake up and say, oh, I gotta go there again,
Yeah.
that's a job.
Yeah.
And I always say to myself, what am I gonna create? What am I gonna discover? What am I gonna learn? Who am I gonna help? And that gives you the energy, and I still feel that way. That I'm going to discover something, I'm going to meet that person, I'm going to solve that problem.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I'm able to wake up every morning to do that. I think that some of it has changed me over the years. Um, Now that I'm at the age that I am now, it's a little different, and it's a little daunting at times because of the technology changing all the time, and you want to grab it. And I always look at it and determine, nope, I can't grab that right now. I can't. That's for somebody else. And so I'm just fortunate. I'm just a fortunate person that I have two things that I love to do to support people, and Mimi's, I support women in the things that they need.
I love hearing how you express that, because it definitely is coming from your heart. And I think when you are passionate about something and it represents what you care about and who you are, it's hard to replace that. It's hard to put a value on that. And so I love hearing you talk about that. If there would be maybe one tip that you would give to other leaders out there about how to be a strong leader, or something you've learned along the way that you think has really been instrumental in your success, what might that be? What would be one or two things you would share?
I think one of the biggest things for me is just smile. Even though I'm clenching my teeth, to myself, just smile. And it kind of makes everything that I do better if I smile, even if it's the worst thing ever. And I have some worse things that I'm dealing with now. But if I just take a moment and smile, I know that it's going to be better, however it turns out. It's going to be better. I am a believer that my God, who is the center of my life, gives me direction every day. And he's never failed me, even when it has been bad. I tell my husband, remember when we were on East Paris and you could roll a bowling ball down the corridor and not hit anything? That's how empty it was. And I just always had faith. And I could have went and got a job. You know, at that point I could have got a job and turned it all in. And I says, no, it's going to change. And it did. And you just, every year there's change. And I just believe that my purpose was to do this, because otherwise it wouldn't have lasted this long. So my purpose is to support, help, lead, fix, produce things, all of that.
Well, you have certainly been a great advocator and person within the community who has served and made this community better. And so we're all better off because you have served out of your heart. If someone's interested in getting more information, getting in touch with you, how could they connect with you?
Well, I'm all over the place. I've been there. Choice Business Services is the service within Choice Business Center. And I'm located at 625 Kenmore. My telephone number, I can be reached at 616-975-0100, and I always answer people. Even if I can't help them, I can direct them. And that's how I feel.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you so much. This has been a very inspiring conversation for me. I've really enjoyed talking with you this morning, and I hope lots of people will find their way to your services and get to know you as well as I do. So.
Well, I thank you for having me. And, you know, we have known each other for at least
A long time.
At least 25 years.
Yeah.
At least that. So thank you for reaching back and pulling me this way. Thank you.
You're welcome.